Hello again, Stroke. Welcome back. Today I'm a bit late because I had some YouTube stuff to do. But yeah, we'll be streaming for another, what is it, 9:13 at the moment. So we'll be streaming from 9:13 until 12:40 roughly. So we have 3.5 hours or so. Not too much, but not too little either. So let's go ahead. Let's start playing. Let's see who's playing at the moment. James is playing. He's in the main menu. I'm I'm not gonna be doing what I did yesterday. Yesterday I was experimenting builds around those huge shoulders, the blockchain shoulders, some more tanky setups, and I was going for Praetorian Retaliator setups yesterday. Today I'm thinking of checking some more dodge chance related stuff. Maybe we'll see. We'll definitely have to see about this. But yeah, let's just wait for me to go into the game. And we're gonna take it from there and experiment with certain stuff. So it's still trying to find me a game. Sometimes it does take a while. Oh, and by the way, there were two newly released previews of skills. So yesterday I was showing you some skill previews. Might as well show you the new ones today while this one is loading. So one of them was an Arctic Spear preview. This is it. A preview of a modifier that lets Arctic Spear shoot little projectiles while it's traveling. You can see while the big projectile is traveling, it's shooting those little ones. This is one of the two new previews. The other new preview is Crushing Sun, which is an entirely new skill. And this new skill has 3 stages of charging. And depending on how much you've charged the skill, it does more damage. So it teleports you and it does damage when it teleports you, but based on how much you've charged it for, it does different damage. And the area of effect is also increased, so the damage is bigger and the area of effect is bigger if you charge it for longer. So definitely enjoying those previews that Jessica has been posting in the Wolcen official Discord server. This is from where I'm getting those. If someone wants to see the source, that's from where I'm getting them. Okay, the game loaded. It loads slower when I'm out and tapped, by the way, and I was out and tapped. So what I'm gonna do now is put back this shoulder here, put back this there, replace this with this. And this one is up for grabs, by the way. So if anyone wants it, have at it. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff that's up for grabs. In the meantime, yeah, dot chance score. This is what I was wondering if I should experiment with, but the thing is I only have one. No, I actually do have 3 gems, but yeah, I'm only gonna be able to 3, 4. Okay, 4 gems. 4 dodge chance gems. That means I can probably get 2 pieces with dodge chance. Because I've never tried using them and I've never tried stacking dodge chance. Unfortunately, if I want to be using this armor, the rage based armor, I won't be able to use the, what was its name, this one, which dodge chance converted to all resistances. So I'm not gonna be going for that. I still want to find one of the armors that I'm missing. There was one armor that I don't know exactly the name of, but I've seen screenshots. I kind of forgot the name, but I'm trying to find that one too. What am I missing here? Oh yeah, let's put those back there. And I'm gonna quickly do something. I'm gonna take this, put some gems inside it. Just some random gems for now. So there's one thing I wanna do first.
Hi Struck, only have minute because at work. Wanted to ask you okay me January 29th, can we play full game offline mode or will it be still Act 1?
It will not be the full game, and hello dude, thanks for the question. It is a good question, and no, we will not be able to play the full game offline only. It will still be just the beta. So there won't be any differences in regards to what we can play. It's just the only difference is we won't be able to go online, but it will be the same build of the game that we are playing right now. So nothing would be changing that much. And just a moment, I'm gonna quickly put this here. So what I wanna do is change some of my socket stones. If I'm going to do a dodge chance setup, first of all let me respec here, respec here. Dodge chance has interesting stuff, but I'm probably gonna experiment with dodge chance later, I guess. I'm gonna go on full on farming build for the moment.
Okay, I heard rumor otherwise.
You heard rumors otherwise, well, I'm not sure who's spreading those rumors, but no, so far we've never seen anything that indicates
Thanks for
after the servers
clarifying.
close down we would be able to play that. Basically, why the servers are closing down is so they can apply the patches to the official servers. So they will be patching all the Steam servers or whatever is hosting the servers. They would be applying the new update to those. That's why we won't be able to go online. And once everything's applied, they would on the 13th of February release this to the public and open the servers, and then we would be starting to download the game and play online on the new build. So yeah, let's see what I can do more. I'm gonna be going for my regular setup with damage oriented stats. Just wondering if I should go this way or this way. Probably gonna go this way. This is what I normally do. Okay, might as well do it this way this time. This time I'm not gonna do the traveling all the way from there. And I'm gonna do this. Wait, that's not it. I need this one here. No, it's not this. Where was it? Oh, this one here. That's what I need. Well, I do need this here. And I do need those here, which is my standard setup, so I've got options. One of them is this, to get me 20 damage, and then 1, 2, 3. The other one is 1, 2, 3, 4. I normally go this way to get it. Today maybe I can try that one here. But I really don't want to be getting force shoot regeneration, spellcasting speed. I mean, this one is fine. But the other one isn't. Okay, I'm gonna experiment with this. This time around I'm gonna do it that way. Just wanted to see how it might work. And I need that one here. And now I can either get extra material damage. I wish I had 1, 2, 3, 4 points. If I had 4 points, like if I didn't spend those 2, I could have gotten that one there. I can try it, by the way, I can try it. Or I can get wisdom. Oh, that's what I wanted to try. I'm gonna try it later today, but I wanted to test the movement speed stacking setup with all the movement speed, but that's gonna be something I'm gonna be trying some other time. For now, let's get damage. Let's just get damage. All in on the ferocity. I'm gonna be doing some farming because there's some items I still want to try and experiment with. If anyone wants to join me, feel free to. First of all, we need to get rid of this all resistance stuff. So the 17 all resistance I really don't need, but it's 811 sacred. So this all resistance stuff probably can go. $88 HP. I should have one more HP stone somewhere. Where the hell did my HP stones go? Okay. This goes here.
Hello, can I ask if this game is worth buying?
Yes, Jan Novak, you can ask and I can answer as well. What I do believe is that this game really is worth it. And especially when it launches. So if you buy it now, you're actually saving money because when the game launches, it will be a bit more expensive. So I do feel no shame recommending this game. I think if you enjoy games like Diablo 1, 2, Path of Exile, or Grim Dawn, or even even Diablo 3, you would be enjoying this game as well. If you like hack and slash games, this game would be worth it when it launches. I can just quickly give you some links, some information
When
that you
is the
can read and
launch?
decide for yourself. The launch is on the 13th of February. So for now we're playing a beta, but when the game launches, it will have a lot more content. A lot of new things would be coming. So I'm gonna quickly post some links, which I keep posting almost every day I play the game. One link, two links, three links. Three links that have some useful information about things that are to come when the game launches. So you might wanna check those out and see it. And by the way, when the game launches, it will be €10 more expensive. So that's like $15 or so more expensive if you're on the US region, but judging by the name, you should be somewhere from Europe. So 10 more euro is what the game would cost when it launches. So for now, there aren't many sales going on. It used to cost like currently it's 29.99 euro. It used to cost
Thank you very
20.99
much.
in the
I love
winter
playing
sale.
all the games you mentioned and looking for another alternative.
Well, this game is like a baby between Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3 and Path of Exile. So if you combine those games, those four games, and take some stuff from each one and mash it up with the other ones, then you end up getting this game. Like, feel free to ask me questions about specific things in the game, and I'm gonna try and answer them to my best ability. I'm just gonna quickly do something here. This is what I wanted. So a lot of the things would be changing, as you can see from the link I provided you with. You're gonna know that there's gonna be big changes coming, pretty big and nice changes. Also, if you end up buying the game, I wouldn't mind sharing some items, helping you level up in the next few days before the launch. So let's put this 20 resistance, then another 20 resistance, and this 19. Okay, I'm just saving storage this way by putting the items in the gems in the items. 20 toughness, 20 toughness. And thanks for, I'm not sure what happened. Was that a Twitch subscription? No, Twitch follow. It's either Twitch follow or YouTube sub. So it must have been a YouTube subscription. Thank you for the YouTube subscription. Unfortunately, this does not get notified. I don't get notified from the bot when this happens. But thank you. Really appreciate it. So just a moment, I'm gonna be doing some gameplay in a moment. Just wanted to sort some things out here. And oh yeah, now I get the notification from my browser. Thanks indeed. Okay, I'm gonna quickly show you some things and explain what I'm doing while doing those things. So currently I'm just socketing items, and the socketing system would change. The third link I sent you shows that there's gonna be so many more changes regarding the socketing, and it's not gonna be like what we're seeing at the moment. But there's still gonna be
I
some
found you today
similarities.
because
So
I started playing Grim Dawn D2 mod and love all the content and games.
the Grim Dawn D2 mod is amazing, the Reign of Terror mod. I've had some fun with it as well myself. I just haven't had much time to play it recently, but I wouldn't mind spending some time in the mod soon if I find time to go back to it. So just gonna quickly change my gear here for a more damage oriented setup. Material damage, material damage. I guess this one would be it. Can't remember which amulet I was using before. So basically the game has different types of it has 4 types of stats: ferocity, toughness, agility, wisdom. And you have 20 skills, and all of those skills you
I would
can
be
learn.
glad
There's
if you
no
could describe
classes in
what
the
you're
game.
doing here, because this game really seems cool and I'm considering buying it.
Yeah, I'm describing right now what's happening. So currently you can see there's 20 skills, and each skill has up to 8 or 9 modifiers. When the game launches, we're gonna have 40 skills, and they're gonna have up to 16 modifiers. So the modifiers are similar to how in Diablo 3 you have runes, and the skills you find the skills as books like in Diablo 1. So let's say those are skill books that enemies can drop. They look like this on the ground when an enemy drops them. They're called Eneracts, so you find those from different enemy drops, or you can buy them from the NPC, which has a timer that resets every few minutes. And if you've already learned a spell, a skill, then you can go ahead and click on this NPC, but not on this tab, but this tab. And this tab allows you to sell the item for 2000 affinity, primordial affinity. And primordial affinity can be used to either level up skills that have not been maxed out, or you can use it for other things, such as certain mapping requires it. So if I were to do a map, I can pick adept, veteran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or champion 1 all the way to 9. This would go from enemies being 1 level above me all the way to champion 9, with enemies being 55 levels above me, I think, or something like that. So if I'm level 20, this one would be level 21 enemies. This one would be level 51 enemies. This one would be level 24 enemies. So each of those is 3 levels of the enemies. So you have one that gives you 1 level, and then 18 more that each give you plus 3 levels to the enemies. Definitely a lot of stuff to do, and it's good that there's a limit. There's a limit of how high we can go. So we can either select a map and roll modifiers, or do it without rolling modifiers. Each modifier gives us magic find, item quantity, so we can give the enemies this modifier. We can give them this modifier, we can give them this one, and now I don't have gold for more. But yeah, I'm gonna farm some gold. I'm just gonna do it with those modifiers. And when you get 4 modifiers, you can taint the map and change it to a completely different map mode, which I will also show you. Just wanted to make sure I'm using the correct items here. So the only thing I'm missing is a necklace. And I'm going for a physical damage, material damage build, but I can go for something different. I can go for a mixed build, just to show you. So what I could do is... Actually, I'm gonna stick to material for now. Maybe. Let's see the damage here, 2449 damage. This is my other hammer. If I take the gems from my other hammer, first of all, changing between them, okay, I do get more damage, but I'm gonna do something cheeky here and do... Okay, I don't have money to change them, so I'm gonna play with my other hammer then for now. So this one has sacred damage, shadow damage, and aether damage from gems, and then it has toxic, sacred, and shadow flat damage, which is pretty strong. And now I'm gonna do some spin to win setup, because it's easy and fast for this difficulty, just to get some farming going on. And there we go, we get a unique item. So in this mode, basically what this is, It's the equivalent of rifting or shattered realms, if we were to make a comparison to Diablo and to Grim Dawn. You keep going further and further and further, and after each map you can return to the town or keep going forward. If you return to the town you collect the rewards, but they're gonna be weaker rewards. If you keep pushing and push 6 maps in a row, then you have only one option: to return to the town, and each 6 maps pushed earns you 2 checkpoints. So if I start Adept and do 6 maps, that would mean I would be able to unlock the ability to start from Veteran 1 and Veteran 2, which are 3 levels above Adept and 6 levels above Adept. And then this goes on and on and on and on until you reach and unlock Champion 9. Currently I'm not trying to push too much because I know the game is getting wiped before the launch. So everything that I'm doing now would get deleted, all my items, all my progression of the characters. That's why I'm not trying to push too much. I'm just trying to farm items I've never seen, I've never played with. I'm just experimenting. So there's some armors I wanna get, there's some hands armor that I wanna get. So there's a chest piece, a hand armor, a belt I wanna get. What else? I think there might be some gloves I need. I'm wondering if some items drop only on higher difficulties, but I don't think so, because I've seen my teammates getting them in the lower difficulty when I was playing with others. But some items are very rare. So probably if you're able to speed run a higher difficulty, it might be good to do that. I'm currently not playing some sort of a meta build, but I'm playing a build that I enjoy running. Oh, and I'm missing boots. I need to change my boots. That's what I was missing. I knew I was forgetting something in the warehouse, so I have a unique pair of boots. And by the way, unique items, since you probably don't know it, unique items have fixed stats. There are some brackets, like this can go between etc. agility and etc. attack speed, and a good example would be to just show you this one. Look at that, 2 of the same ones, they have the exact same stats, but slightly different numbers on those stats. So there's brackets for the movement speed, for the force shoot, for the attributes, for the health and for the damage on this ring. So there is some sort of a difference, not a big one, but sometimes you might want to min-max the things. And currently the max level is 20, but when the game launches it's gonna be 90. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff to do. And passive skills, these are the passive skills. You can see I can kind of rotate the tree. I can kind of rotate this, and as long as this one and this one and this one are linked either sideways, I can either link them sideways.
So there are certain legendary items like in Diablo.
Yeah, they're unique items as they're called here, because here legendaries are different. Like, the game has legendaries and uniques, but the unique ones are the ones that have fixed things and give you something that you can't get on a regular item. Like, some of them give very interesting stats. So here for this tree I want to explain, I'm gonna go back to the item just to explain here. So you can rotate this to however you like. As long as those things are linked, you would be getting the bonuses. And then when the game launches, there's gonna be a third ring. So currently we have 3 plus 6, altogether 9 disciplines. 9 things that we can probably call classes, but they're not really classes, they're just archetypes. And then we're gonna get 12 new archetypes, which will be here in the third tree. And you can either link sideways, like if I were to take this and this and this and this, I would be able to grab this one. The same way I've linked it here sideways, or you can link up and down, the way I've linked those 3 things. So it's gonna be a lot of possibilities. As for the items, as I said, there's legendary items which are kind of stronger version of the yellow items with one more modifier, one more stat extra that can drop. Uh, and then there's the uniques. The uniques are something special, something that has a unique name and a unique effect. Like this one is a gauntlet that gives us physical damage added to attacks, which normally you cannot get flat physical damage to attacks on gauntlets. You can get percent material like here, but not flat. And this belt is the only belt that gives you magic find. That's why I'm using it now for farming. So those purple pink items are the uniques. And there's also some special modifiers on the items that you can only get from certain map mods. Like here I'm doing a regular expedition, and on regular expeditions I cannot get things like this one. This armor gives me damage per unspent rage. This one also gives me damage per unspent rage. And this is normally done when we taint the maps. Tainting a map changes it. Instead of doing a 6 map run, you're doing a single map, but it changes it in such a way that the enemies no longer drop items when you kill them, and you get items at the end of the map based on how well you performed. Like if you die once, or if your teammates, if you're doing it in a party, dies one time, then that's one less rank. So from rank S plus, it goes down to rank S if you die once. But if you die twice, it goes down from rank S plus to rank A. And it's S plus, S, A, B, C, D, etc. So yeah, the way you do the tainted is like this. I'm gonna also show you after this map maybe how we can do those runs, the untainted enemies. Basically you pay some primordial affinity, which is this, as I explained earlier. And it's good because if you perform well and get S plus rank, you can get a few items randomly rolled. And if you're lucky enough, you can get something like 5 legendary items. I'm gonna quickly show you what I mean. So 5 legendary items would look like this. So this is what it looks like when you finish untainted map. Of course, this is extremely rare, getting 5 legendary items, and then on top of those items you get as rewards for completing the map, you get a chest, and the chest can also drop some items. So when I did this particular run, I got 5 legendaries as a reward, and another one unique or legendary, I can't remember, from the chest. And that was for a 2-minute quick run, a quick 2-minute speed run. So at the moment I don't need this much damage, and I'm gonna change those rings for those, because those give me extra movement speed. Okay, I'm gonna grab some stuff to sell it, just a moment. Grab those things just to get some money as a return, and then I can show you a tainted enemy map. Normally I would continue, but this time I'm just gonna show you the other map mod. So I'm gonna sell this and this. And those unique items, I really don't need them. But the thing is, I don't have much room to place them. I mean, I'm saving a lot of items just to give them away to viewers or to other people who might want them. That's why I've got so much stuff that probably most people would throw away. Okay, let's let's put this one here. And oh yeah, I wanted to equip this, and I think that's fine. I think that is fine for now. So let's show you a tainted map run after selling those two items. The way we start tainted maps is similar to the other one. So I'm selecting difficulty, I'm rolling modifiers, and each modifier is 2000 gold, so I'm only gonna be able to roll 2 modifiers. Shit, that's bad. That's very bad. Because I need to roll 4 modifiers, and now I can't. And now I just wasted 2000 gold. Well, I'm gonna do something quickly. I'm gonna do this one, which is... This is something similar to bounties in Yabu, but not really. But it is the easiest, and kind of people don't really do that much this mode. I'm not sure what's good about this mode compared to the other one, compared to the expeditions, but maybe it gives better gold. I'm gonna check it. So this tells you to do something, like you have a certain mission that you need to do, and once you finish it, once you eliminate the target or whatever, then you can immediately return to the town. But the good thing about this mode is you can loot items, return to the town with town portal, sell them, and to make money this way, instead of having to complete a map all the way to the end before you can return to the town. So this is probably the only good thing about this map mod, that you can return to the town with this. I'm gonna try and make money so I can show you the other mode. Okay. And we're done with the mission. Unfortunately, it won't be enough to get money for this. I'm gonna need 8000 gold here, so I'm gonna need some more. Let's see how much gold it would give me. Should be an enemy nearby. And there's a chest here. I can't go. Okay, there was an invisible wall. So this is altar. Altars are like shrines. They give you a temporary buff, but you have to kill enemies. It's not like Yabu shrines, where you just get the buff. So you have to kill enemies to earn the buff. It's not something too difficult, so it's pretty nice when you encounter one of those. And the buffs can vary between movement speed, crit damage, crit chance, wife leech, which is global, so it's not just attacks or just spells, but wife leech all over. So once I collect enough gold, I'm gonna quickly show you the Wrath of Saricel mod. So you can see what the difference is between the Wrath of Saricel and the one I did earlier. I kind of forget to leave a lot of gold for myself, and I do give away a lot of the gold. Like the last week or so, I gave away like 800,000 gold or so to viewers that I played with. So unfortunately, at the moment, I can't even buy myself maps. But that's easy to earn. If I go into mapping for a few minutes, I can earn a few thousand. And gold is not hard to make in the game, which is a good thing. I enjoy games that don't make you grind your ass off just so you can do certain content. Here, by the time I'm done with this, I'm definitely gonna have the gold needed. If I had more inventory room, I actually could have collected more gear and sold it and made money faster. Oh, a unique here. This is one of the this unique does not have differences in the stats. So every time you get this unique at the moment, it's always gonna be the exact same stats: 25 all resist, 0.5 regeneration, 25 HP, 5 all attributes, allow you to cast spells that are sacred, and force shield. So it's always gonna be this exact same stuff that you're getting with this item. I'm gonna sell it because I really don't have room for it.
Hey Struck.
Hey Maniaczin, nice to see you again, dude. How are you? How have you been? If you wanna play together, just hit me up and we can team up and do some stuff. I'm currently farming some easy content.
All well you.
Same here, same here. Just trying to farm some stuff to show one of my viewers the Wrath of Saricel enemies, and I ended up not having money. so I just need to collect 8,000. No worries, I'm gonna be here for another 3 hours or so. So yeah, it's currently almost 10. I'm gonna stay until...
Quick question for ya. I saw a guy playing with 2 melee WEP. And he was using ether jump.
Yeah, this is from Wrath of Saricel. In Wrath of Saricel, some items can give you access to skills that you don't normally get. Like you can get, for example, a two-handed weapon that gives you access to Avenger Auto Turret, or a pistol that gives you access to Sovereign Shout, or a pistol that gives you access to Blade Storm. So there's different skills that can drop on different items. So you want to be farming tainted maps for this. If you want something specific like this. For example, if I had a turret,
he said something like
turret two-hander, it would have been nice. Yeah, so you're farming the Wrath of Saricel enemies if you want to get things like this. The same way you can get damage based on unspent rage points. It's a modifier that only currently drops on gear from this map mod, from the tainted map mod.
Okay man, thanks. I'd
No
love
worries,
to know
you're
how to
welcome.
do that type of farming.
Yeah, I'm just about to do that exact type of farming. I'm just gonna...
Maybe we can do it later on when I log in.
Yeah, we can do it later. I'm gonna start doing it now. And show it to one of my viewers who was asking me to show him different things about the game. I thought this is something worth showing. And by the way, when the game launches, we would be able to get regions. We would be able to get regions that allow us to put modifiers like those on gear. So we wouldn't have to do that type of We wouldn't have to do that type of farming to get those modifiers. So definitely gonna be fun when the game launches, when we get those things. What's happening? This regular, not expedition, but what's it called? The mandate. This mandate gave me 3 unique items while I was doing it. Well, I have to sell those, but I'm gonna compare them with the ones I've got. So quickly comparing the shimmering shadows first. 722, 108, 16, 1721, 116, 16. Okay. This is gonna be kept. I'm gonna sell this. And bows. Between the bows, 5, 5, 22, 23. 2 second, 16. 30%. Yeah, this one is for sale as well. Okay, I've got 8,000. So it's not gonna be maxed out map, because we can get 5 modifiers on a maxed out map. But I'm gonna quickly show you untainted map. So I'm gonna go, let's say, veteran 2. Let's go veteran 3 maybe. Veteran 3. Let's do poison chance. I don't do whitening, so whitening resistance. Let's give them Aether damage. So that's 4 modifiers. If I had goat, I can add a 5th. But you need 4 modifiers to wear untainted enemies. So you do this, and this changes the map completely. So it's gonna be a map that has rewards only at the end. You can still get wood from chests, but enemies won't drop a single thing. And this is where you get those specific modifiers you were talking about. This is where you get things like a dagger giving you Aether jump, or a mace giving you Aether jump, or a pistol giving you access to blade storm and things like that, or a two-hander giving you access to auto turrets. So this can drop in this map mode, in this game mode. But you shouldn't die, because if you die you get less rewards. The more you die, the lower the rank. And it's not just you, but your teammates as well. The rank is the same for everyone, so if you don't die but your teammate dies, you're also gonna have low rank, so you have to try and stick together. Because in multiplayer there's a very annoying mechanic that they've decided would be a good thing to add. There's an enemy, a shadow blade, that can stun walk you. So it stuns you and keeps stabbing you. Like it grabs you and keeps stabbing you in the guts or in the back or whatever. And unless your teammate comes to the rescue to hit him a few times, it won't drop you. And if you don't have enough HP, the enemy probably would end up killing you before it releases you. In single player that's not a thing. This skill does not exist in single player on that enemy. So in multiplayer it's definitely suggested to try and stick together. Shadow Blade, just what I was talking about, he's appearing. So they randomly appear, those enemies. And in this map you can't AFK, because if you keep standing AFK they would appear. This is the Shadow Blade I was talking about. Well, I died. He did a lot of damage up close to me. But he did not do that attack that he normally does. Okay, I died again. Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage this time. So since I've died twice, probably if it was at the start of the map I would have just restarted it. But since I don't have gold to start a new map, I'm gonna just do it until the end. Come. Okay, and this is what you do. I'm gonna get rank A, and it's gonna be only 3 items instead of 5. And all those items, you can see, this one gives me Winter's Grasp on an axe, on a two-handed axe, a spell. So that's how you get certain things. And this one, nothing too fancy. So in this mod you might want to be looking for some of the yellow items as well. I'm still using some yellow items for some modifiers myself. Okay, I just wanted to check some of the things that dropped. 6 to 12 sacred damage. Okay, that's an upgrade to my current weapon. So let's go ahead and change the stones. I do have better gems. Somewhere out there I do have better gems, I'm just not sure where they are. Here I've got some shallow. Might as well switch to it. I also normally use this one when I'm doing a non-material item. So what I want to test is, let's check my damage here, 2922. Okay, this goes lower. What about this? Again, it goes lower. That's because this gives me a lot of toxic and physical. That's why the material seems to be better when stacked. Oh, and I'm not using a necklace still. I keep forgetting that I'm not using a necklace. Well, I might use that one for the movement speed, cause it's pretty nice with extra movement speed for the spin to win setup. It's not gonna give me that much damage, but it's worth it. So I'm gonna do, let's do veteran 1. this. So in this mode it's okay to skip certain things. You just want to rush to the boss on this mob, because yeah, killing more enemies wouldn't give you more wood. But if it's a chest event where you're doing a cursed chest, then there's gonna be wood. Shit, I should not have done this. Okay, this should be rank S plus 2 minutes 6 seconds. You see, the drop rate is not like it's not gonna give you legendaries a lot of the times, so it's not something perfect. Let's check some of the yellow items. Damage per unspent rage points with 4 shield, not bad. I might actually save this one, but it's not with socket, so 7 to 12 sacred, so some more sacred. Let's do it like this. So yeah, let's do a few of those runs and see what we can get. Okay, we got an extra modifier. there's a chest. This chest event can drop, as I said, chest events can drop items even on this mod. And if you get red cursed chests on this map mod, it's a blessing in disguise. Well, not in disguise, it's actually pretty obvious. I wanna pick this one, this one, this one. %, the code. And eventually you learn what stats you want to go for certain builds, and you try and farm those here in this mode. I normally don't try and spend too much time farming in this mod, mostly because I know everything will be lost and I'd rather get unique items instead of legendaries. Because the unique items can offer certain things that are not the same as on the legendaries. Okay, interesting. So 2 unique bows with this run. Frost, toxic and material. If this one instead of frost was rent or physical, it would have been nice to go along with the material, but now it's kind of spread out. %10 material damage, that's a good roll. I'm gonna put it here. Critical damage, another critical damage, force shoot, spell crit chance, and whitening damage added to spells. This is not a bad one for a mage. Because that's like 34 crit damage just from the ring without counting the support gem. Still can't find anything better than what I'm wearing for those boots, for those legs. Alright, let's just pick some stuff randomly and go and sell it. The good thing is we can even trade primordial affinity to others, so when power leveling it would be nice. Currently in this game you can power level within a few minutes. You can get someone to take you to some high zone like champion something, and then just kill stuff there and you're gonna be from 1 to 20 in 0 time. When the game launches it's gonna be level 90 maximum, but still if you go to champion something, similar to Diablo, you're gonna be able to power level people easily. Which is nice, but of course they still need to have completed the story once. If they haven't completed the story, they won't be able to join the end game mode. So that's gonna be good for leveling up outs, so you don't have to keep respecking your characters and rather be able to have separate characters for separate builds, which is much better that way. Let's give them this and this and this maybe. Stay in one place for a bit because there's gonna be enemies respawning from the corpses. Boom. Those Wrath of Starcell enemies are not showing up recently. I did see one spawning, but he hasn't caught up to me. No movement speed, just what I wanted. And the chest. Okay. Let's see. Junk, junk, junk. Junk to junk, junk. Let's check maybe not the boots, but this one and this one. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I don't want this. And well, cooldown is not bad, although I don't really spam this that much. And this range only affects the first initial hook. Maybe this is still the better option. Really don't need this. 30 crit damage only. This is nice. This is nice. Okay, next maybe this. Taint. And go. I didn't see what this one was giving me, but still a shrine, an altar, so it should be some sort of a buff. I do love when I get movement speed though. When I'm playing this build, movement speed's my favorite altar to get. So we can go and challenge the boss now. Alright, I'm gonna try and rush it there. Wow, how did he catch me there? He was going in a completely different direction. This was such a bullshit thing that happened to me. Like, the enemy was clearly in a different place going to a different location. I'm gonna show it. Like, he was standing here. And he was charging this way. Now I was standing here and I charged at the enemy. And then suddenly the enemy ends up being here with me, charging in this direction somewhere, which was kind of a bullshit bug. One case only. This is such a long map, totally not worth doing it. At least it gave me some legendaries. Not good ones though. Physical Aether Occult. And this one is Toxic Fire Sacred. This is a good pistol. If only it had 3 sockets, would have been a great one then. What else can I pick up? Nope, not good. Yeah, only junk stuff. Transfer time reduction and damage per unspent rage, but no socket and no cooldown. Okay, let's go again. Maybe veteran 1 this time. Elemental resists. I don't do elemental at the moment, right? Yeah, I don't. This one is nice. So this is a heavy grind here if you want to min-max stuff and get certain modifiers. If you're lucky you get them, if you're not lucky you need to trade for them. That's kind of how it is. Thankfully there's gonna be trading, but if the game becomes popular there's also gonna be people selling items for real money, which would be terrible. I don't want this game to turn into Path of Exile where people were selling resources and items for real money. So hopefully they do some sort of limitations to the trading, like Diablo 3 did. But in a way I know that at least it's gonna be good for me the way the trading is currently open. It's gonna be good for me to test different builds, to trade with people so I can put out videos. So currently this system benefits me better. But if I have to think for the greater good for everyone, I'd rather have them limit the trading like Diablo 3 did. To avoid the black markets like Path of Exile has right now. mostly junk here. What do I wanna experiment with today later? When I move into the experiment phase, there's some uniques I probably still haven't made builds for. This one would require a lot of elemental damage invested, so probably not the best. This one would be interesting to build around, but that's gonna be a lot of damage lost. A lot of damage lost if I change a breastplate like this one, for example, for that one. The same goes for that one too. I need the other breastplate. There's another 4th unique armor which I really want to make a build around, but I don't have it. Hmm. This is nice. This is nice, and wow. Boom. I'm already good to go for the boss fight. Assuming it's this way. Actually, why am I killing this? This is untainted. is not bad having two of those. Fortunately bad rolls on this one and fireball on a one-handed material item. But unfortunately, yeah, no cooldown and no socket. Let's see again. This. Burial. Was burial the... Oh, it's the willpower one. Long NPC. Yeah, I'm gonna just do a regular run now. Because we need some uniques. Gotta get those uniques. Yeah, 7 more days, like 1 more week and then this would be lost. I don't think I'm gonna be able to play offline with my online character because they haven't given us an option to download them. So hopefully by the time this game closes the offline the online servers for maintenance for 2 weeks, maybe Torchlight Frontiers might have released update 10 so I can spend some time on that before this game launches.
Spin to win.
Yep, spin to win. It's just because it's very fast for me to farm with this build, that's why I'm going with it. And welcome back to Third Letter, nice to see you again. Have you guys, all the people that are watching, have you seen the new... Oh, did I accidentally taint the map? My bad, I didn't want to taint it. Have you guys seen the new teased skills and skill modifiers? If you haven't, after this map I can show you when I go to the town. They released a new skill today.
To my 70th birthday. And no, I didn't see any.
I can show you. Today they released a GIF of one new skill and a GIF of a modifier for Arctic Spear. And yesterday they released some more, so I can show you all of those once I go to the town. to the people who may not have seen them. So far we know about 3 new skills, which all seem to be great skills. It's good to know that there's gonna be another mobility skill
I
similar
stopped
to...
playing Wolcen because I want to play day 1 without feeling burned out.
I'm definitely not gonna feel burned out, because the beta and the launch would be so different. It's gonna feel like playing 2 different games. A lot of things would be the same, but a lot more would be changed. It's gonna be like playing vanilla Diablo 2 and then playing Diablo 2 World of Destruction with Eastern Sun mods, maybe. Something like that as a difference. Or like Torchlight 2 and Torchlight 2 with the Synergies class mod, the Synergies mod.
LOL. I will see how it feels day 1 and let you know.
Yeah. Toxic damage. Nothing too fancy, honestly. Well, at least there's 2 uniques. Nothing too fancy dropped. I'm gonna check those quickly while I'm here. Right, let's go to the town. So I'm gonna quickly show you the new stuff that's been teased. They're teasing them bit by bit. Jessica, the community manager, which goes by Callista N. Calistine, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but let's say Calistine or Calisten. Yeah, definitely struggling with the pronunciation of her nickname, but yeah, Jessica posted those skills yesterday and today, and I'm gonna show them to you now again. So first off, I'm gonna start with the things that were released today. This is one of them. This is a new skill. And for this skill, what they wrote is Crushing Sun allows you to charge a sacred spell that deals damage in an area of effect and teleports your character. At each new charging step, the area of effect and the damage are increased. So this is 3 steps of charging. And the other new thing that we saw today is modifier of Arctic Spear. So Arctic Spear is gonna be something like Frost Orb on Diablo 2. The main big projectile would be shooting small projectiles in random directions, similar to Entropy in Torchlight Frontiers. So this is a new modifier that will be coming with Arctic Spear with the launch. Then yesterday they showed us this one as well. Anvil Swow. Anvil Swow would be able to be changed to this. Currently Anvil Swow only does a regular smashy smash. This one, the smashy smash, the second. So this is what it does now. Nothing too fancy, but another one that was shown is this one. This is a new skill. It's gonna allow you to pull enemies closer to the center, and in the center they're gonna take damage over time. Then this one, Aether Jump. This would be a change to Aether Jump, where you teleport forward and then it returns you where you started. Currently you don't have this. You can only teleport forward or teleport 2 times in a row,
I still
multiple
don't
times in
like
a
the
row.
normal staff move.
And then this one is a new skill as well. You cast it and it stays around you and it gives you AoE bleeding damage to the enemies around you. Probably it also gives you bleeding damage to your weapons, but that's gonna remain to be seen. So did I show everything? I think I did. I keep showing those every now and then. Yesterday I've been showing them, today I have as well. Because not everyone is following the game in Discord and not everyone gets notified about this. I'm not spoiling too much. So yeah, let's do veteran 1, but let's try and not taint the enemies. Let's do this, let's do... Let's do... Well, let's give them lightning damage. Okay, not tainting this time.
I like the skills that suck monsters in.
Oh yeah, the sucky sucky boom boom skill. Wait, I forgot to change back to spin to win. Well, I'm gonna have to play with this for a moment. Need to change back to spin to win. Spinning, winning. Let's get dizzy together. Alright. Boom. Oh wow. This one ain't that ain't either. So almost ready to summon the boss. Might as well start moving towards where the spawn is. How did I kill them over there? Chrono cell stuff. By the way, if anyone needs some wood, let me know, guys. I can invite you. I can give you some of the uniques I don't need. And there's quite a lot of them. Currently, I'm kind of overburdened with items I don't need in my warehouse. Okay, I need some water. I'm gonna mute my mic to drink. Alright, unmuted. Boom. Should we play something different? Let's play a bit of Bleeding Catch. Cursed chest. Purple one.
Bleeding Edge. LOL.
Yeah, a bit of Bleeding Edge.
That's another game.
Yeah, it is another game.
I want to try that game.
Yeah, Bleeding Edge is pretty cool skill. There used to be a time where Bleeding Catch with the Retaliator used to be the meta. Before content update 1. Boom, boom. What's left? A bit more, like 25% more enemies. Right here. It's a bit slower when I play Bleeding Edge compared to the Spin to Win, of course, but just a little bit of variety. Missed the turn, or more like turned too early. Ah, fuck. Come on, stop hitting an invisible wall. Nasty skill. Moving deeper and deeper. It's no longer just the tip. It's halfway there. Actually, it's we started from +4 to levels, it's already +6. So it could still be just the tip. If we're just second map in. But I do think we're third map in. So maybe I started with +3. But if it's veteran 1, it should be +4 what it starts with. So we did +4, we did +5, and this is third map, yeah. So it makes sense this to be. So we're halfway there. Ah fuck, I knew that's gonna happen. Well, at least we got a Rygar's Hope. Might be better than the one I've got. Although I already have a better two-hander than Rygar's Hope for a purely physical damage setup.
This game looks amazing.
Hey Jan, yeah, the game looks amazing. If you wanna see some other things, let me know.
Nice. Thanks for explanation.
Yeah, it's gonna be level 90, so don't worry. Level 20 here is just, this game currently is just showing us a glimpse of what's gonna be on the launch. As I said, the skills are gonna be twice as many, the skill modifiers twice as many, and the passives are gonna be, well, from 9 archetypes to 9 plus 12. So we currently have 9 archetypes with another 12 coming into the mix. That's more than twice the passives, and with that many passives and that many skills and that many skill modifiers, you're gonna have so many possibilities of making items. And currently I haven't even found every single unique item in the game, but there's gonna be so many more other than the ones we've got. And knowing that the socketed gems currently give us 3 types of things, 1 offensive, 1 defensive, 1 support, but when the game launches there's gonna be 3 defensive, 3 offensive, 3 support stats that each gem can give. And for example, here I've got 3 offensive sockets, but when the game launches, each of those sockets can be either offensive 1, offensive 2, or offensive 3. So I can roll with 1 of each, or with 3 offensive 2, or 3 offensive 1, or 3 offensive 3, or 2 of one type and 1 of the other, and so on. There's gonna be so many possibilities, so many things to min-max if you want a certain build and setup. The game definitely will have a lot of customization, a lot of things to tweak to your own preference. You wanna play it that way? Go ahead, get those uniques, get those sockets in your items that are not unique, and so on. One thing I'm wondering is how the game would treat items like Rygar's Hope. Because currently Rygar's Hope always rolls with 3 offensive sockets, because it's a weapon. So is it gonna again have to roll with a random offensive 1, offensive 2, offensive 3? Or is unique items like Rygar's Hope always gonna have offensive 1, always offensive 2, or always offensive 3, or always 1 of each type? So there's things that I would like to know the answers of. But soon we'll know, soon we'll know. Hashtag soon. But there's a lot of stuff. I can even show you some spells. If you want to see some spells on this difficulty, I can just quickly switch to a staff. I'm not gonna be very strong, but I can show you some spells. Let's show you this one, for example. This is a very nice spell. Beam away. And this has 2 beams, because I've made it to have 2 beams. So the way this works, let me just quickly change the potion if I'm gonna be playing with this. The way this works is, the closer my cursor is to me, the bigger the split would be. That's how they made it work. Let's pick up this one. So I'm gonna quickly do something. Yeah, I'm gonna need more spells to get some stuff going on. Just a moment. So you can see, if my cursor is here, the beam is kind of closer, but if I move it closer to me, it splits. This is how this works. Another good spell would be Fireball, or as it's called, Consuming Embers. And the way it works here is spells like this Consuming Embers use projectiles. So if you're building on projectile damage, things like this would give you bonuses to that spell. So there's passives over here that give you projectile damage, and those are what benefit a mage. Even though it's not in a mage, it's in a, what's it called, sentinel. It's still good bonus for a projectile build. And then you've got stuff for projectiles around here. Projectile damage, projectile spears and stuff like this. So in Ranger and Sentinel you've got things that are useful for mage. So that's another thing that's great about this game. How it's spreading out some useful stats in different trees to make you go all over the place. Another good thing that's not a spell, and it's more of a turret stuff. Not turret stuff, but this is a ranger thing, and I'm a big fan of this skill. I'm gonna try and just quickly need to do this. Oh, I need rage to be able to show you. I need enemies. Most of all I need enemies, but I'm gonna try and show you some more skills now. So you can see some of the skills that I haven't shown while streaming. So I'm just getting rage. So this skill looks like this. Basically, yeah. And it can be modified to have up to 6 projectiles with certain items. There's a unique bow that gives you +2 to projectiles. Then there's a passive ability that gives you reduced projectile damage but extra projectile. And then this skill itself has this one that adds 2 projectiles, but each one deals reduced damage. So you can do it like that, or you can do it like a mine, or you can even do it with bleeding damage. And this one for a bleeding build is very nice, to make a pistol dagger build with bleeding. Or pistol axe build with bleeding and with this. So you can use things like bleeding edge. You can use things like this one for bleeding. Of course, turrets are very overpowered in this game, that's why I'm gonna show you later. I just wanted to do something with this skill. So yeah, very fun skill. So let's show you the turret in the meantime. Actually, let's show you Gunslinger's brand before the turret, so you can have some sort of an idea about it. But yeah, I'm gonna try and show all the different skills to someone who may not have seen the game. It might be something great to know. When the game launches, I'm probably gonna make a video about all the skills, showcasing them once I unlock them. I used to do something like that for Torchlight Frontiers when there's new skills, redo them. So might as well do one for Wolcen. So this allows me to select different targets and just start charging. And interesting skill as well. And on bosses you can do so many shots with this one, and each shot is stronger than the next one with this modifier here. Yeah. I'm not good at using this skill, that's why I don't do builds with it. Another skill that I can show you for the ranged classes would be Phantom Blades. This is one of my favorite skills for ranged classes, by the way, because this doesn't require rage or willpower, it's on charges. You can make it toxic. You can do something very nice with this one. For a bit closer range, you can remove this. And do this one. Look at how it behaves now. Just pay attention to the behavior of the skill once we get some enemies. It circles around. So if I have my cursor here, it would circle here. But depending on where my cursor is, it's circling there. So it's weird, like you can throw it around there and it could circle around there. Like the circle is the ending point of the circle. Like the cursor. So if I wanted to do something like this, a bit closer. So it's pretty interesting how you can do it, and you can have up to 4 projectiles on this skill with items. You can get one extra from passive skills, and you can get 2 from a unique bow. Then another good skill would be, well, I said about the turret, but before I show you the turret, let's show you the other bow type of skills. This one is pretty nice. So pretty fun. Typical skillful ranger. Many games like that have something similar. Path of Exile has something similar. I think Diablo might have something not exactly the same but similar. So normally it's like Rain of Arrows. This time it's called Arrow's Whale. And something you can do to the skill is a moment, I'm gonna show you. You can make it fire first of all, and then another thing which I like is this one. Make it a vertical. Look at that.
Hello
Straight
everyone.
vertical line. Hello Sinful Duck, nice to see you again, dude. How have you been? I'm just showing to some of my newer viewers some of the skills in the game. And look at this now. Boom.
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing good as well. I've just been messing around here with certain things. Well, I shouldn't probably be using this skill on the boss though. Okay, let's do it like this. No, not this. Okay, let's... I'm just gonna do it with just this skill. I'm not gonna use anything else, just this arrows whale skill. And my basic attacks. Ah, he keeps dodging. There we go. And next off, there's one more skill for the ranged classes that I want to show you, and it's your typical multi-arrow shot. Multi-shot or multi-arrow or whatever different games call it, it's this one. Wait, you can't see it right now. So this can get, I think, up to, at the moment, how many projectiles is it?
Making a
3.
bow character with the unique bow I have.
Well, yeah, the unique bow is not that strong for a setup, but for adept it's gonna be fine. For adept you can still do an okay build. But I would strongly suggest, if you wanna use it, try Phantom Blades and Havoc Orb. Phantom Blades and Havoc Orb instead of this Strings skill. The Strings skill is still not bad, and I'm gonna show you how you can set it up with the Strings skill. There was one option to add a projectile maybe. Summon ghosts that shoot arrows alongside you is a great way to make this kill. So I like this version a lot, where you're summoning ghosts to fire alongside you. Of course, I'm not built for a ranged build at the moment. For now, I'm not good for a ranged build, and the one thing I actually wanted to show as well is the turret. So turret's pretty strong. The turret can just leave 2 of them and they can just kill everything. Everyone almost is using those builds, like maybe 90% of the builds you see at the moment in this state of the game would be those. There are people like me that like experimenting with different builds and don't stick to the same one. I currently don't want to be the meta player, but if you want to be meta, turret is your best friend, because it makes things much easier. Maybe there are stronger builds than a turret one, but turrets make things easier. So yeah, let's stop playing with the turrets.
Strong right now. I don't want to use it.
Same here. I mean, I use it every now and then if I wanna push, but yeah, I think it's not the turret being too strong, but the other things not being as strong as the turret. I think everything else needs a little bit of a buff. Warpath is fine as a skill, but things like Bleeding Edge, Wings of Ishmir, Slayer's Fury, Gunslinger Brand, Havoc Orb, Arrow Whale, this one, Strings of Cryon or whatever it's called needs a buff. The Blade Storm could use a bit of a buff, the more movement speed you have, the better the damage. This would be probably perfect for a Blade Storm.
Turret allows you to do massive damage while you run away and hide.
Yeah, turret allows you to play it safe. Turret allows you to be able to just pop the turret and just go away and let the turret do all the thing. All the hard work is done by the turret, not by you. All you need to do is dodge. So it's definitely the cheesy way to do the game with the turret. If you want to cheese it, turret all the way.
Holy crap, spin to win hits hard.
Oh, you've not seen hard. I can show you up to 10,000 crits on spin to win, up to 11 even sometimes.
Yo Struck, I'm ready to play.
If you're ready to play, well, let me invite you. And in the meantime,
INV me whenever you can.
Let's do it like this. I could get a stronger spin to win setup, but for now this is the one I'm running. But there's definitely things that I can min-max to make it stronger. And my items can become much stronger. I think I can get spin to win to probably do up to 15,000 damage easily if I slightly get better drops, like maybe better rings. 9% damage here per 100 unspent, 9% here per 100 unspent, and 2 rings with rage increase would be the ideal combo for me. But yeah, spin to win can be made a very strong skill, this Blade Storm.
Jeez man, I really hope mages get a nice buff at release. They're still so far behind melee.
Currently the mage can be strong with an ailment build, but I do want them to get a buff. In this game, since its inception, mages have been so bad. Maybe in the alpha mages have been okay, but as soon as content update 1 hit, mages became so weak. They buffed them a bit. In content update 2, they kind of buffed them a bit, but
build is hitting for about 7k.
Yeah, mages can do even up to 10-11,000 ailments, but the problem is you need to be a juggler. You need to be so good with your actions per minute, and you need to try and stack so many different ailments, and you need specific gear. So yeah, mages need a proper buff. And I think we will get them, especially with the Necro. With the Necro you would have pets, which is kind of like using turrets, the lazy way of playing. But I like every now and then to have that, a bit of a more lazy play style. My guess is if you can get Avenger auto turret on a focus item, on a catalyst with a Necro and auto turret, when the game launches you're gonna have some seriously strong setups, if it's possible to do it. This is just me guessing, but we'll see. Yeah, I should be able to do the boss now. Let's go. No. What? I'm getting spawn killed. Oh, and I have teammate in the team, so I can't. I'm gonna have to wait to die and then Hopefully he's not in combat so I can res.
Oh no.
It's fine, I can resurrect. As long as he's not in combat, I can resurrect.
Oh noes. My bad, I'm in town.
No worries, if you stay in town, it's fine. If you stay in town, it's fine. I can still rest as long as you're not in combat. And there's just gonna be one more map. I think this should be the final, or maybe one more after that. No, so we'll see. You should be able to come where I am though. If you're not able to come, I can go to the town. Also, if you need certain items, I can try and give you some of the stuff I've got, because my inventory is again full and I wanna empty some of my storage space. So let me know if you can't come where I am, and then if you can't, I'm just gonna go to the town and start a new round.
One SEC.
Okay, take your time, no worries. By the way, that's a way to cheese the game. If you can duo box, you can play in multiplayer and have your teammates stay in the town. So you can start the game on a laptop, join yourself and stay in the town with the laptop, or another PC if you have another PC. And with your main guy, if you die, you're gonna have unlimited respawns. Unlimited respawns seems kind of fun. Because that's how it is in multiplayer. As long as you're not in combat, you're gonna have unlimited respawns if your teammate is in the town while you're in the map.
Does the game scale up when you have more players?
I've noticed more wood when we have more players, but I haven't seen that big of a difficulty increase, but I've noticed that sometimes when we have more players it seems a bit more difficult. But I think it's just my luck. I don't think there's a script that does it. Where did he go? Where did the Devourer go? It's there. Let me know if you need some gems as well. I can start picking them up. What happened? Did it disconnect you or something? That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, after you walk back, I'm
Game
probably
kicked
gonna be
me
done
out,
with
error
this
9.
map and... Error out. Wow, I've never seen that error. Error 9. Never seen this error. Is there a specific error message attached to it? I think it's something to do with the Steam server. I wish I could leave my game open for friends to be able to join. Or even better, open games to the public is what we need in the game. Added eventually, like Diablo style matchmaking, where people can just randomly join you. And this should be the final map. It would definitely be cool. Being able to join random people, not only... Currently the way you can join random people is if the random person is looking for a game at the same time you are looking for a game. So yeah, that's gonna work if the game becomes very popular, which I'm hoping to. You can set the game to open or private, but you cannot join a game that has already started. Currently the way it works is you can only join a game if the person who is joining is queuing at the same time. So let's say we have 3 of us queuing for public Soldier of Fortune at the exact same time. Then definitely it would put us in the same game. Maybe if we're in the same region. I'm not sure how it works with regions, but I've gotten put into games with other people. But I've never seen other people join my game once it has already started. So it's not like Chaos Bane or like Diablo, etc. I think it's doable. If Chaos Bane did it on Steam servers, then definitely Wolcen should be able to do it as well. Be able to hot join or whatever it's called, an already started session. Diablo style matchmaking would be best. Select the type of thing you wanna matchmake for, whether it's expeditions or whether it's story mode or whatever. I think even Chaos Bane did it okay. In Chaos Bane you can select whether you want to do invasions, whether you want to do relic hunts, whether you want to do expeditions or just roaming. And free roaming is all of those together in one. So with free roaming it's putting you in whatever game's available, which is quite nice. So we'll see how it's gonna be when it launches, but I do have hopes, even if they don't add it on launch, to eventually add some sort of improved matchmaking experience. Another thing that would be good would be clans, guilds or other types of social hubs where you could communicate and just chill with other people and be able to find groups easily. Or maybe some sort of LFG chat. Even if it doesn't have public matchmaking right away, LFG chat would be nice. So people can find teams easily. So this is the final map of this run. Then we're gonna have to start a new run. Right, I'm almost done with the killing here. I think I better start moving. That close to where the boss is. It's a spin to win boss though. What did he drop? Champion's belt. Well, okay. Now we can turn in. So I've got some items that I don't need, that I can give you. By the way, I'm gonna let you tell me if you need some items. If you need some unique items like not those here, but those items here. All of those that you see on this side, all those uniques are free for grabbing. Like those shoulders, this belt, this, even this belt probably already. This one, all of this is something I don't mind giving away. No, not in the game. But I can show you some stuff. And those ones here, some of them are for trading as well. Like I've got those boots that are for trading. So those 4 pairs of boots I can give. From those bows, let me check if they're better than this one. 5 seconds, 25, 45. Yeah, this bow is also for trading.
Okay. Game closed again.
Wow. There's been something going on. I'm not sure whether I'm the problem.
Let me see.
With the game kicking people out. It could as well be something that I'm doing, but yeah, for the items I can give away zap sticks, Soul's Banes, Edict the Dagger, then Purifier Statement, 2 of them, Shimmering Shadows, I think I've got 2 of those, I've got 2 of those axes, I've got 2 of those bows to give away,
Mayhem
Rygar's
shoulders.
Hope I've got 2 to give away. Alright, you got the shoulders.
Wow. 1 apex would be cool.
1 apex, okay, let's pick the better one. Which one is better?
Going up.
I think the one with the better damage. The one with the better damage is probably better than the one with the better wife leech. So Rygar's Hope, I can give away Rygar's Hope. I've got 2 of them. Then Envy's Denial, one of them is.
WTV, you say man.
So all of this is for grabs. This one as well. Seal of the Arbiter as well. We've got good stuff. And yeah, boots, I've got those boots, so if you need some of those, got plenty to give. And the Chronus cell as well. Just wanna compare. 13, 22, 17. 13, 22, 19. 13, 23. 1225. Yeah, the Chrono cells are for giving away as well. Okay, well, you can either join or I can try joining you. If you want, I can try joining you, and maybe that's gonna fix things. Let's do that. I'm gonna exit to the main menu and I'm gonna join you and you can host. And it doesn't matter who is the host. The only thing that this decides is that the host is the one picking the maps, but we can always transfer the party leadership, can always be transferred. So yeah, let's join you. Maybe now we won't have this thing disconnecting you all the time. Oh yeah, I play on windowed. I play on windowed. That's why I'm not having problems. But yeah, I think when you're playing full screen, this game is a bit wonky with the alt and tabbing and everything. Let's see. The shoulders that I'm gonna give you are, I think, those ones here. And those, like, they look exactly the same. So those three people here have those shoulders. I think that was the girl that's supposed to be our sister, the dude that's supposed to be our brother, and us here in the middle, maybe from the start of the game. And then in the back, in the middle, we've got, what was the name of this guy? He was called Heimwalk? Yeah, Heimwalk. Got this same image here. And then there's this one as well. Some random images. Okay, we're in the game. Now let's give you the stuff. Do you need James Total? I know you're having the same. Oh, you're using this one. Let's see. Physical, shadow, and occult. I'm gonna try and find you something better. And by the way, I would suggest testing instead of using attack crit chance, using things that give you flat damage, like Sacred Shadow 8 or flat damage would give you better DPS boost in most cases compared to the crit one, to the crit chance score. So I can try and cough up some of those stones for you. Like there's one Aether damage. If you need some gems with flat damage, let me know. I'm definitely gonna be able to give you Sacred, but that depends if Sacred is good enough for you. Sacred and Aether I can give you. The Shadow one I'm saving, but it's always nice to try and stack Shadow or Sacred, because a lot of the spells or a lot of the items can be built for Shadow stuff. And with Sacred, if you do Sacred, that means your attacks are gonna apply weakness. So if you can get good 8 to 12 Sacred damage, that's probably gonna be the best you can get. Shadow is not bad because you can at least apply Cursed. I can try and give you 3 Sacred Gems, but they're not gonna be min-maxed probably. So since you've got Shadow, you don't need this then. You're using one-handed, and I think I can make your day by giving you a good one-handed. No point in keeping this to myself, so I'm gonna give you this one. Sacred is weakness, exactly. Sacred is weakness, and Shadow is cursed. So if you have sacred gems, you can actually end up applying weakness on the enemies. So I'm gonna give you those 2 one-handed swords. One of them has very good Aether gems on it. So you've got those. Okay, yeah, I've got those too. But if you want a pistol that deals more damage, I can try and give you my old one. This is my old one. Physical rent and fire flat with 2 sockets. Might end up being better, and actually I've tested it. It's better than those for certain builds. I'm just gonna remove the gems from it, and I can give you the pistol so you can test it yourself. Even though it's 2 sockets, it's pretty strong because it has 3 flat. It has 3 flat damage modifiers on it. I've got a new one, so I really don't need this one that badly at the moment. This is my new one with rent, whitening, and shadow, and 3 sockets. I can even give you a shield if you want. If you need one. And what you need is, as I said, rage damage based on rage. I probably have something with damage based on rage that I don't need. If I didn't if I didn't give it away, I should have something somewhere. Damn, I had some yellow ones dropping for me earlier. This one doesn't have sockets, but it still can give you 5% damage per unspent rage. And this one is another 5%. It's not anywhere near the maximum, but it's still better. It's good for any build. Damage per unspent rage points is good for any build. It's basically, I think the name was Merciless Manic Swother. Manic Swother is the name of this skill. So some people even call it Manic Swother mod or affix. The only thing you're losing is you're losing cooldown reduction, and you're losing a socket in the helmet and 3 sockets in the armor. So you're gonna be a bit more squishy. But that's gonna give you 10% damage per 100 unspent rage. So if you take 250 rage here, and then you take another 400 here, that's 600 rage, and then you get rings with rage damage. Not rage damage, but with rage. For turrets, you either want rings that give you rage or rings like those two. Attacks gain 13% from the last spell cast. So if you cast a spell with Shadow, the the turret would get 13% from that last spell. And then if you do that again, that's another 11%. And if you have this one, a cold damage and shadow damage, this is another 15% damage from the last spell cast. So for a turret build, this is very strong. For a shadow based turret build, if you want to stack those shoulders together with this, and together with maybe, let's say, a pistol that has a good shadow damage. You want a pistol that gives you flat shadow and maybe some flat sacred, and then in it a lot of shadow stones. You can have a lot of stuff. Preferably you would have no elemental and no material on the pistol, so a pistol with shadow, sacred and aether would be the min max for such a shadow based build. With this, another thing, I can give you this one, max willpower and rage. I can give you this one just to let you try it and test it yourself. I'm no longer gonna be testing those things. So this would be very good. This gives you damage to attacks, crit damage, this bonus damage from the spell. So just experiment. Experiment, see if you like it. I think I might have a belt somewhere that might be good. Okay, take that. I'm gonna quickly check for a belt. I think I had another belt somewhere that gave you the same bonus. Hmm. Same here, man. Same here. Can't wait for the game to launch. And now I can finally put some more items, thankfully. Thanks to you, I managed to get rid of some gear. So it is a big help in a way.
Hey dude.
Hey, Ideo Junior Z, welcome to my Twitch. Nice to have you. Hope you're enjoying your stay, and feel free to ask any questions. If you want to team up, let me know as well.
Do you think that's possible to go on Rip Champ +9 with your build?
No, man. I currently I'm not bothering to do what's it called? To do builds for Champion 9, because if I go for Champion 9, things would change in a few weeks. Just in a few weeks, everything is changing when the game launches, so I don't think it's even... I don't see a point to push at the moment. I don't see a point to try and and push harder than what I have. At the moment, the most I've reached is Champion 1. And I reached Champion 1 with the Mage turret build. A Rogue Mage. Currently what I'm doing is trying to get unique items. I'm trying to get the fourth chest piece. I'm trying to get one more of those. I'm trying to get a trial belt because I still don't have it. But yeah, Maniac, if you're ready, let's push. You're the leader, so you're gonna have to be rolling.
Oh okay, I just started the game today, and I really enjoy the Cyclone bit.
Yeah, the Cyclone build would have problems with Veteran 4. Like above Veteran 4, you're gonna have trouble surviving. You need
So I wonder when we
resistances.
can push this build.
If you wanna go past Veteran 4, you're gonna need resistances. So you can probably try and do a spin to win for the mobbing, and then when it's bosses, you can switch to something like Bleeding Catch. But don't I'm gonna suggest don't bother about pushing. The game is getting wiped. All the progress is getting lost before the launch, and the launch is on the 13th of February, so you've got like 3 weeks or so. So don't beat yourself up. I would suggest farm the easy difficulties and try and experiment with as many items and builds as you can, so you would know what you like more before the game launches. When it launches, there's gonna be 20 new skills, and each skill is gonna have 2 times as many modifiers. And then there's gonna be more than twice the passives in the passive skill tree. So this Blade Storm might end up being very strong when the game launches, but for now, pushing it past Veteran 4, 5, 6 is painful. I played it yesterday with a more defensive setup with all my points into toughness, and I could still kill stuff okayish, but when it came to bosses I switched to Rend. Not to Rend, but to Bleeding Edge. I switched to Bleeding Edge for the bosses. And it was still kind of me kiting for a bit, like hit and run. Hitting, posting the Bleeding Edge axis in the feet of the bosses, and then running away. What does a lot of damage is Warpath. With Warpath you can push it up to 150,000 damage with the min-maxed setup. So it's definitely something that helps on bosses if you execute it well. But you can see even with my current gear that's not min-maxed, I can do 50-60,000 with Warpath sometimes. Yeah, with a lot of rage, if you get your rage to like 2000 rage, when you max it out, the damage would be immensely higher than what I'm doing now. And with team buffs, it's definitely gonna be nice. But for Champion 9, I think the only builds that would be viable would be either turrets and playing it cheesing, or making a full tank. Like you can make up to 10, 11, 12,000 health on a tank if you stack all the resistance and health nodes, and a lot of block chance and a lot of maybe weakness on block chance as well. So if you're a tank and have someone to do the damage, that's gonna work. But I'm just gonna wait for the game to launch, and then I'm gonna try and make some builds that are good for Champion 9. Because on Champion 9 almost everything can one-shot you. Unless you're like doing a full-on tank build. Ah shit, I missed. Well, that's not good.
I want to find some of those rings you have that give spell damage.
Spell damage? I can try and give you some rings. If it's not one of the ones I really need, I'm definitely not gonna mind giving you the ring. Do you want just spell damage or spell damage and attack damage? And it's weird how there is no spell damage unique rings. Pretty sad that there isn't. Like we've got things like this one.
I can't remember what those unique rings were you had.
Oh, those ones, the Sunny Stash. This one gives me flat, not flat, but it gives me percent damage to anything, regardless whether it's spell or not. I think this one is the best you can get for a mage uh, after a good legendary. A good legendary ring would always be better for a mage. Because a good legendary ring can give you flat damage, and flat damage would be better than this 15%. But this one gives you all attributes and some movement speed, so it's not so bad as a starter. I think this is what you start with, and then eventually you farm the better stuff.
Yeah, I want to find those because I'm doing ailment build and all
Oh,
rings
nice.
have elemental damage and it's
Very
overriding my
nice.
toxic damage on my skill.
Material and sacred. Oh, it's sacred attack, so yeah, you can still have sacred from the turret to apply weakness. Very good. Yeah, it's overwriting the toxic indeed. So if you're doing ailment, you either want this one, but since you're a mage, this one won't do the trick. And this one is only on attacks, so it's not gonna help you. It's gonna give you poison chance on toxic, but the damage is only to attacks. The other things would still apply, so those rings would probably be the best for you for the ailment build. If you don't want to override the toxic with something else. I think uh, I think what you want is a ring with material damage increase and no flat damage to spell. So you want something with 25% material damage increase and then additional ailments applied and things like that. But you can get up to like 30 something percent material damage on a ring.
This problem could be avoided if there
And
was
ailment
toxic
stacks
damage to
applied.
spells on items.
So maybe some crit chance score, some things like that. So yeah, you can get up to 2 ailment stacks applied. So if you're doing a ailment build, you want legendary ring with 2 ailment stacks applied, extra material damage, and any other bonuses like crit hit damage, spell crit hit chance. This would be fine. Some force shield health wouldn't be a bad option as well. I'm ready, by the way, Maniac, so feel free to start whenever. And those shoulders, by the way, that I gave you are not for DPS builds, they're for more tanky builds. For DPS builds you wanna be using material, occult or elemental damage, or you might even use something like this. This one is good if you use attacks and spells. But yeah, I prefer using even a yellow shoulder with if you're doing shadow damage as the main or sacred, you want occult. If you're doing toxic or rent or physical, you want material, and that's how it goes. If sacred is the most damage, you might want to get to cult damage stuff. Cool damage items. Like, this is better. This is good because it gives you flat damage. So if you get those gloves, use them. I mean, if I had a second one, I would be using it because it's flat damage, and it's flat damage is what, 11 to 20% physical damage to attacks, increases the damage of a turret by so much. Check your damages here. Like, check which damage is the biggest here. Under physical, toxic, sacred shadow, etc. Whatever the biggest number is here, try to stack this in the percentages. And if you're using those rings I gave you that give you extra percent damage to the next attack after casting a spell, then check what spell you're using. If you're using a whitening spell, then try for elemental. If you're using a shadow spell, I think the shadow thunderbolt, the shadow thunder strike is great when stacking shadow damage stuff. Or you could use the sacred projectile with Arctic Spear, something like this. That way Arctic Spear would be also applying weakness, doing sacred damage, and would be doing more as a result of the occult damage. Boom. This movement speed, I'm loving it. When I'm doing the spin to win, movement speed really helps a lot. And by the way, Blade Storm benefits from both movement speed and attack speed. Make it spin faster or move faster, depending on the bonus. So attack speed makes you spin faster. Movement speed makes you move faster, which still is pretty good. I just think we really do need a bonus damage based on our movement speed. It would be amazing to add such a modifier on the skill. Wow. Did he just one-shot both of us with one attack? Wow. This is epic. How could he even do this assassin? The assassin wrecked us. Well, we're squishy. I'm going for a squishier build than I normally use, so yeah. if I see some of those shadow blades or anything spawning, I'm gonna go to where my teammate is. Like now, there's a shadow blade. I better stay close to him. The shadow blade is tricky to deal with when it's multiplayer and you're alone, and if he gets you with that attack and there's no one to hit him, you're done. Oh, and there he is, the shadow blade. Pretty annoying enemy. He's made to be annoying. Designed to be annoying. Yeah, that's the extra challenge of the Saricel maps. Of the untainted maps. I think the boss might be... oh, never mind. But yeah, it might be this way. Let's see. Haha. Be far away, this boss. Oh, you died. Am I in combat? Yeah, this enemy is a bit annoying when done in those corners, in those hallways. Nothing too fancy. Oh, 9% damage per 100 unspent rage. I can give you this one. The other one I gave you was 5%, so with this one you're gonna have a little bit more damage. I'm just gonna quickly pick up some more stuff. Let me see. No problems. I didn't have anything specific I wanted, so this one you might want to test it. It's gonna give you some more damage compared to the one with the 5%. It's almost twice the extra damage, so not bad. Maxing out the damage now. I'm loving the effects here. But yeah, I'm ready by the way, whenever you're ready as well. Untainted changes the map in general. Like if you are doing untainted, it changes what items we can get, and we don't get wood. We don't get wood from the enemies. We get wood at the end, and it's only one map. If we don't wear untainted, then we keep pushing and pushing and pushing for 6 maps. And it's 2 checkpoints each 6 maps, unlocks 2 checkpoints. So with untainted and without untainted, it's just slightly different modes. It's the same mode, but differently played, I guess. Still considered expedition, but I consider them as 2 separate modes that are kind of similar. Right. Yeah, you can see sometimes this bug proccing no damage, the 0 damage bug as I call it. Ah, the 0 damage bug again. The worst possible time. Ah, fuck! I ended up hitting the beam. Didn't see that he's beaming when I was charging. Yeah, with those bosses you wanna stay away. If you're playing a turret build, let me do the attacking. If I start the bosses with my warpath, we're gonna do a lot of damage. And what you need to do is just stay away and let the turrets do the damage. So even if I die, you can try and kill the bosses, cause I'm gonna die most of the times, cause I'm melee. Even when I single player I die and I rest myself a few times. Okay. Yeah, it glitched. That's pretty glitched. Okay. Getting close. Already halfway with the enemies we need to kill. Ah, the zero damage bug again. This zero damage bug is so annoying. I hope they fixed most of the annoying bugs on launch. Most of the annoying bugs actually happen only in multiplayer, which is pretty weird. What is going wrong with the code, netcode or whatever, to mess with certain skills to not do damage. Oh, we can already go for the boss fight, okay. I missed my turn. Shit, Shadow Blade. Very nasty. He died though. Wow, this boss is so far. Okay. Let's see. %, damage per unspent rage points, 5%. Nothing too fancy. Let's see, 35 material damage. This is nice, by the way. If he needs it, I can give him the 35 material damage shoulder. Maybe yellow, but it's 35%. Even maybe not for this build, but for a material build, it would work well. Let's see again. This is nice. Give them some movement speed. Okay. Oh, he's doing a spin to win turret. Nice. Because he has a melee weapon with the Avenger auto turret. Pretty good. Turret for bosses, spin to win for mobbing. Pretty fun. This is what I would suggest if you want to be pushing with a spin to win. Maybe if you have a turret, you're gonna be able to take it much further than without one. But you definitely need a weapon like the one he got. A melee weapon that gives you access to the Avenger auto turret. Yeah, I've wanted to get a melee weapon, a good melee weapon with Avenger auto turret for quite a while. To do the spin to win turret combo. Cause it's just too good of a combo. You just do the turret for bosses, and for the mobbing you have the mobility of Warpath and Bladestorm. What more could you want? Oh shit. Thankfully I didn't die. Let's see. Something dropped. Let's check what it was. Why can't I pick this one up? There we go. So this one isn't good. This one isn't good. Yeah, this one is shit. Next thing, maybe tomorrow I could try a dodge chance based setup. But I'm not sure if I stack up dodge chance what else I would be getting. Like there is this armor that gives you all resistances based on dodge chance, but it's unique and it doesn't have sockets, so I can't stack shit tons of dodge chance. Let's maybe, yeah, let's do another one like this, and then after that a regular run for a bit. Cause I got like 15 more minutes of streaming left before I need to stop it. See the movement speed, shock chance, this.
No, don't leave us.
Well, I have to. I mean, there's an option to keep streaming and mute my mic, but that's not really a good impression if I mute my mic and stream with a muted mic. I've done it many times, so it's not like I don't do it at all. But yeah, many people would open the stream, see a stream without anyone talking and without a camera either. And that's a very bad first impression. I was a bit busy today. I was making 6 videos for YouTube for Borderlands, and it took a while to edit them and then to edit the thumbnails. So that's why my stream started later. Tomorrow I can probably start streaming during the day. I mean, I personally like watching on YouTube videos of just gameplay, without talking, without any commentary, without a camera, etc. And I also like watching streams without cameras. But not everyone is like me. Like, not everyone would like watching that. I personally have my reasons not to share the camera. And it's definitely not me being camera shy. I've been trained to be in front of camera and on stage, so that's not the thing that's preventing me. And I also don't have a camera as well, and they're not that cheap either. Maybe eventually in the future I might be able to get a cam. Nice. Devil the spin to win, devil the trouble. And we got frozen. Thankfully we killed it before anything serious could happen. The zero damage bug. My favorite bug. Let's see.
I get 0 damage all the time with Annihilation.
With Annihilation. Oh, wow, okay. So Annihilation is also glitched with this zero damage. Yeah, I do hope this is fixed. The zero damage stuff. For me, it happens after using Warpath or Warpath itself not doing damage. So if I use Warpath and then do the spin to win right after without moving, without doing
Happens a
anything
lot.
else,
The
then it
beam
would
has
happen.
trouble with terrain.
And Maniac, regarding necklaces that you should be using, let me see. Necklace Maniac could be using, I think, anything with attack damage or spell damage, depending. If you're doing a melee turret build, you don't need spell damage. You just need attack damage. So something with attack damage, with crit damage maybe. Maybe material damage or cool damage, depending. So pick the damage type that you have the most. If it's a code for sacred, get to code damage. HP is never bad, but another thing you might try is if you're doing spin to win, movement speed helps. Definitely helps with the movement speed. If you want a 3 crowns brooch, I've got a few and I can give you one of them. What else could work? Yeah, this one is good for the spin to win. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not gonna give you extra damage, but it's not bad. Ideally, Omnistar Amulet is not a bad idea either. So, let me just quickly check something. Yeah, spin to win and turret is definitely a fun combo. worth having fun with it. I really don't need this one, so I'm gonna remove it. I really don't need this one, so I'm gonna remove it. I don't need this one, and I don't need this one. So let's see if I can give him a necklace. That might be fine. This one isn't too good. I think this one might fit him, because it's a code damage, but it's damage to spells, so it's gonna be wasted on him. And elemental, he doesn't do elemental. And those here I think I'm using for certain things. Yeah, I don't have any. Oh, maybe this one. No, again, it's damage to spells. Yeah, I've probably given away most of the good stuff. Basically, since you're doing a lot of sacred, you want something with sacred damage to attacks and occult damage, and preferably either the one with all attributes or one like that with ferocity. Even toughness is not bad for extra survivability. As long as it has a socket and some of the things I mentioned, it's gonna be a great one. I don't think you can get rage, and I don't think you can get that, what's it called, extra attack damage after casting a spell. So it won't work. If you want extra damage on the turrets, use Seal of the Arbiter. Seal of the Arbiter is huge damage boost for the turret build, because the attack crit damage applies to the turrets and the attack speed minus doesn't apply to the turrets. And the melee weapon damage would apply to your spin to win, the ferocity would apply to you. So your spin to win would be a bit slower. So you would be spinning slower with the Ring of the Arbiter, but the turrets would do shit tons more damage. If you need, I can give you. Let me see, do I have two of those? I've got one of them. If you want one extra Arbiter ring, let me know and I can give you the ring. We can do a regular mode now. Just pushing a few maps. Let's do veteran 2. One, two, or few maps, and we'll see how it goes. Cause I'm gonna go in a maybe 5-10 minutes or so. All right. I really wish they would add a movement speed based damage. Either a weapon that gives movement speed based damage for the spin to win, or a modifier, and then then if something like this exists, I'm gonna get all those movement speed nodes, all those 6 nodes that give us 5% movement speed, and there's another one with 5% somewhere. Where was it? Somewhere here. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be something I can try. Oh, he's dead. Okay, you can resurrect. If you're dead, just wait for me to get out of combat, and it should allow you to resurrect. But maybe there's an enemy behind me somewhere that's keeping me in combat. Let's see, is it those? There we go. Sorry, I didn't see that. Lodestone amulet. Let's see if I found you a good amulet. Toughness, rend damage, sacred damage. It's not bad, by the way. This is not bad one. You could try it. Let's kill those enemies and I can give you the amulet to try it. It gives 19 toughness, which would give you some extra damage from the stats here. Because here, if you invest into a stat that's not your main one, you're still gonna get some extra bonus damage. And it has a socket, so you can put the ferocity gem or whatever inside. Okay. Oh fuck. Almost died. Almost. Wasn't on like 100 and something HP. 74,000, that was nice. And the rogue shield. Rogue shield. Wait, where is the... Oh shit, it's the other way. It's not this way. It's... Yeah, some of those maps are so confusing sometimes. Ah, what? How did he hit me? I was behind him. This just made no sense. Oh wow. Teleporting during a boss fight. Yeah, not the best. Not the best. We can do one more map because I can't leave it without completing at least one map for my final one. Let's do Veteran 3 maybe. Just a single one. But it's just gonna be this map and then I'm gonna be out after that. The game is trolling me, it's not giving me good modifiers. Come on, what's with the bullshit modifiers? There we go. This should work. And again, this map layout. See here. Okay, almost ready for the boss fight. I guess this is gonna be this way somewhere. Oh, I heard something dropping. Was it unique or legendary? Unique bleeding dagger. Wow, I got killed by the exploding spears from the other guy, but it was not the boss for sure. He was on 3000 HP. This is just those exploding spears. Oh, and the battle hammer dropped. Let's see what this battle hammer would be. Let's check. Battle hammer. 2 sockets. Come on, show me. Shadow material. This is pretty shitty. Well, thanks for the matches. Had some fun today. And tomorrow I can try and stream earlier, because I don't plan on doing a build video, not build video, but a rare spawn, a rare drop video for Borderlands tomorrow. I still have some I wanna do, but those could be later. Thanks everyone for watching, for tuning in on Twitch, Mixer and YouTube. Until next time folks, and keep it cool. Goodbye.